range here. Pulled out the ignition switch and the starter button that on there. The starter button froze closed. Just absolutely no good whatsoever. Frozen. And switch, they had put a toggle switch in there, and I'm just replacing it. And basically had to cut both of them out of there because the nuts were frozen on there. And like I said earlier, it was missing the coil wire. Had to run a new coil wire on here. And had to fix this. Wiring going up to the switch was missing. Ammeter wire was disconnected. And it had some wires off of the regulator running up to the ammeter wire, which was disconnected on one side, and had to run new wires down to the, or am running new wires down to the solenoid. I guess they had this one off there and were just tapping it onto the starter or something to get it to move. And I got to replace this terminal on here. I'm getting ready to go to the Napa down the street there and pick up some ring terminals because I ran out of them. I got a box full of them and I'm just out in my regular terminal box. And replacing the cable end here. It's just so worn out and loose on actual cables, loose terminals loose on the cable there, and it won't tighten up anymore on the battery. And that should be about it. And I guess I'm supposed to pick up stuff to make dinner too. Haven't even had the haven't even had to check the points yet. I know I got a cap that we bought last year to use on something else and ended up not using it, the cap and rotor for Alice Chalmers something or other that uses the same cap as this. And I'll probably pick up some new wires too. I don't like the idea of no insulators on it. It's got one on here, and all the rest of them are gone. And the wires, I mean, they obviously ain't new. Truth is, this whole everything looks like it's been on there since Eisenhower was president. But we're a couple of steps closer. Just pick up the ring terminals, and it might be tomorrow, it might be today, it might be tomorrow. We'll find out. It might be next week. I might get called off to do something else. In fact, I do have other stuff to do. I've got finish riding mower for my cousin and a little ATV for my little cousin's kid, and got to do some fork seals on like 82 Harley coming up here as soon as I get them, and look at his tractor because it's stuck, and it was his wife's father's farmall or something like that, and it's just stuck as could be. And I got a couple of tricks to try. I tried to explain to him. I think he sprayed it and still hadn't moved. But we'll see what's wrong with it. See if we can't get it unstuck. I know one thing, as soon as we get done with this pivot pin here is coming out. And ain't none of these pivots got grease fittings on them. Probably be drilling and tapping these things to put grease fittings on them. There. And these ones up here ain't got no grease fittings on there. I don't like that. Need to do these hoses over here. Not all of them. That one needs to be done. That one. Looks like the other ones have already been done. That one needs to be done. These hoses up here all look fairly decent. That one's not bad. Horrible. So basically this one, and this one, and this one over here. So 4 of them. And change the fluid in this thing. It's a pretty ingenious idea the way they got the reservoirs running in here. Then the tubing. There's the fill port right there. Tank didn't look bad. It wasn't horrible. Radiator was full, which was good. When we checked the oil in it, oil wasn't milky. That's good. Motor wasn't stuck. Somebody had taken off the power steering. I'm guessing it had it on here. Looks like they took it off for some reason because they just put a aluminum block off plate down here where the power steering unit would have gone. So I don't know. And if anybody knows what they did here, they put channel iron on top of the radius arms with an extra welded on bracket on there. I have no idea what it is. If anybody knows, let me know because I sure as hell don't. I got to replace that or tear off that right rear fender. It's rusted out at the bottom and it's pretty flimsy over there. The left one over here, it's got rust inside the little toolbox, rust holes, but it's sturdy. And probably need to service the steering box over here. But one thing at a time, let's get it running first. And probably see how it runs, if it runs once we get it fired up. Gonna need to adjust valves on it. I'm pretty particular about adjusting valves on things because a lot of people just don't do it or they don't even know how to do it. Usually the latter. They don't know how, so they just don't mess with them, which is better than somebody that thinks they know how and screws them all up. Have them extremely tight or extremely loose. We'll find out more later.